Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Decorah Vikings Softball Diamond and Northeast Iowa Conference Softball tonight. On a very nice night for softball, it's the Decorah Vikings and the Crestwood Cadets. The Vikings are 3-9 overall, 1-6 in conference play. The Cadets are 11-4 overall, 6-4 in conference play. This is the second meeting between these two teams this year. Crestwood swept the doubleheader back on June the 1st in Cresco, taking game one of the doubleheader 10-0 in 6 innings and taking game 2 13-9. The Crestwood lineup: Katie Chapman in center, Emily Sickles the catcher, Lakin Lenhard at short, Lauren Reichs the pitcher, Kaylee Henry in left, Kaylee Thomas at third, Megan Ryan at first, Beth Kashatka the designated player, Bailey Balk in right field, and Michaela Wilchin playing second base. Lizzie Hartman in the circle for Decorah, and the first offering of the game goes low. It's 1 ball, no strikes. As we get things going at 7:41. We'll set the Decorah defense here momentarily. Hartman, one of her 6 losses this year, came to Cresco as a swing and a foul first base side. Not a play as that one almost greeted us upstairs here. Come out from under the table, Trish. We'll protect you. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. 1-1 delivery, high and outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. Chapman on the season, a .364 hitter with 4 doubles, no triples, 1 home run, 7 RBI. 2-1 delivery rolled in there, and it's 3 balls, 1 strike. Hartman 3-6, .494 ERA. 11th start of the season, 56 in the 3rd inning, 65 hits, 40 earned runs, as the pitch goes low for ball 4. So a 5-pitch walk to Katie Chapman. Runner at first, nobody out for Emily Sickles. Hartman 45 walks, 37 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .226 against her. Emily Sickles is a .455 hitter. As the pitch swung on, fouled straight back and out of play. It is no balls and 1 strike. Sickles with 1 double, no triples, no home runs, and 8 RBI on the season. Decorah coming off a loss 10-1 to New Hampton last night. Here's a bunt that rolls all the way to shortstop. It's picked up by Monteith. Throw to first base is late. The throw was dropped by Alex Habel. So moving up to third on the play is Katie Chapman. So a bunt single for Sickles, and an E4 will send Chapman to third. The Cadets have him at the corners with nobody out for 8th grader Lakin Lenhart. .375 on the season for her. The pitch in there for a strike, and taking off and stealing second uncontested is Emily Sickles. Lenhard with 4 doubles, 1 triple, 1 home run, 16 RBIs. The 0-1 delivery, swinging a foul right side and out of play. So it's no balls, 2 strikes. So nothing has left the infield, but the Cadets have them second and third with nobody out here in inning number 1. Hartman ready, and the 0-2 delivery, ground ball to short, picked up there by Monteith. Her throw is too tall. A run will score. Moving up to third is Sickles, and it's a 1-0 lead for the Cadets. It was a hard hit ball by Lenhart.
The pitcher, Lauren Reichs.
And it was picked up by Monteith. She had plenty of time, but the throw was just too tall. Runners at the corners. 1 in, nobody out. And Lauren Reichs will try to help her own cause. Reichs, a .348 hitter with 3 doubles, no triples, no home runs, and 11 RBI. Top of the order was effective against Decorah the first go-around. As taking off from first is Lenhart, and she'll take second on defensive indifference. 1 ball, no strikes to the left-hand hitting Lauren Reichs. 1-0 Crestwood early on. The 1-0 delivery low and in. And it's 2 balls and no strikes to the Crestwood pitcher. So a rocky start here for Decorah. An infield hit, a walk, and 2 errors. The 2-0 delivery, swinging a foul. Third base sign out of play. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. Crestwood coming off a loss 4-0 to Charles City last night. That snapped a 3-game winning streak for the Cadets. The pitch, ground ball, left side, backhand stop made by Monteith. She'll throw on to first base, and Tori Miller, and the out recorded there. Sickles will score an RBI for Lauren Reichs, and it's a 1-0 game as Lenhart moves up to third. And actually, the out will not be recorded as it'll be a catcher's interference for Lauren Reichs. Lauren Reichs will get on via a catcher's interference. I think everybody else moves up a base there, as Lenhard will move to third and Sickles moves up and scores. So, courtesy runner coming in for the pitcher, Lauren Reichs.
Number 21, left fielder, Kaylee Henry.
And said courtesy runner for the Cadets will take off and steal second base. As the pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. No outs in the inning, and the pitch outside corner for a strike. It's 0-2. Still nobody out in the inning. Vikes thought they had an out, but on the delayed dead ball, a catcher's interference was called by home plate umpire Ray Armel. Pitch swung on and missed. Henry down on strikes, one down in the inning. And the batter will be Kaylee Thomas. Hartman delivers. Pitch swung on and missed. 0-1. So 2 runs have scored without a ball leaving the infield here in the first inning. By the way, Decora's defensively, Natalie Heffern in left, Lexi Leuenberger in center, and Katie Nimrod in right. Here's a bunt up the first base side, picked up there by Miller, throws to first base, and Alex Abel covering. They'll get the out there. Lenhart will score on the play, and it's a sacrifice 3-4, and a 3-0 lead for the Cadets as Kaylee Thomas gets the RBI. And the courtesy runner moves to third base, and Megan Ryan will be the batter. 2 down in the inning and a runner at third. A 3 spot here in the top of the first inning for Crestwood. Hartman delivers, and the pitch low. 1 ball, no strikes. A walk, an infield hit, an error, a catcher's interference, a strikeout, and a sacrifice. That's been the chronologic order here in the frame. As a roller up the middle and through for a base hit. A 2-out RBI single for Megan Ryan. Scores the courtesy runner for Reichs, and it's now a 4-0 lead.
Up next for the Cadets, number 7.
So the Cadets off to a good start, and that's the first ball that's left the infield as Megan Ryan gets RBI number 4 on the season. Beth Kashatka will be the batter. Hartman delivers, and the pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Cadets looking for their 12th win of the season. Vikings looking for win number 4. 0-1 delivery, swinging a foul at the plate, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. Vikes were rained out on Monday and Tuesday night. One of the rainout makeups will be at Charles City tomorrow night. We'll have that for you at 7:15. 0-2 delivery. The ball goes low. Got away briefly from Eggert, but it was basically at her feet. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 4-0 Cadets here in the top half of the first inning. None of the runs have been earned. The 1-2 delivery, swinging a foul at the plate. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sunny night. Going to be a bit cool by the time it's all said and done. And the 1-2 delivery swung on and missed. Hartman gets her second strikeout of the inning, and that's that for the first inning. But the Cadets score 4 on 2 hits, helped out by 3 Decorah errors and 1 runner left. We head to the bottom of the first inning. It's the Cadets 4 and the Vikings coming to bat, and the Vikings will bat this way. Leading off in right field, Katie Nimrod. Batting second at shortstop, Riley Monteith. Hitting third at first base, Tori Miller. Batting fourth, the catcher, Lauren Eggert. Hitting fifth at third base, Haley Neerling. Hitting sixth, the pitcher, Lizzie Hartman. Hitting seventh at second base, Alex Abel. Hitting eighth, the center fielder, Lexi Leuenberger. And batting ninth in left field, Natalie Heffern. That lineup will face Lauren Reichs. Reichs got a win and a save against Decorah over in Cresco on the 1st of June. Overall against the Vikings, she threw 9 1/3 innings. 8 hits, 1 run. It was earned, 3 walks, and 4 strikeouts. Reichs overall in the season is 7-4. A 1.28 ERA, and opponents hitting 175 against her. Kaylee Henry in left. Katie Chapman in center, Bailey Balk in right, Kaylee Thomas at third, Lakin Lenhart at short, Michaela Wilchin at second, Megan Ryan at first, Emily Sickles behind the plate, and Lauren Reichs in the circle. Reichs, something you don't see too often in softball, a left-hander. And Katie Nimrod will start things here in the bottom of the first inning. Cadets leading 4-0 as the pitch goes low. It is 1 ball, no strikes. Katie leading hitter on the Decorah squad, 389, 2 doubles, 1 triple, 1 home run, and 6 RBI. As the pitch goes low, it's 2 balls and no strikes to count. Reichs ready, 2-0 offering well high for 3 balls and no strikes on Katie Nimrod. Reichs will be in Charles City tomorrow night and play 3 in Waverly on Saturday at the Waverly tournament as Nimrod taking all the way on 3-0 takes a strike, and it's 3-1. 3-1 delivery, swinging a foul at the plate. It's 3 balls, 2 strikes. Weather looking decent for Saturday, so no reason not to play varsity first. I digress. 3-2 from Reichs, low for ball 4. So Reichs fell behind 3-0, battled back to 3-2, but eventually walks Nimrod. Runner at first, nobody out for Riley Monteith. 4-0 Crestwood. Monteith, 333, 4 doubles, 1 triple, 1 home run, and 9 RBI. The home run she has this year has come against the Crestwood Cadets, albeit not against Lauren Reichs. Nimrod at first, nobody out. Monteith bunts, third base side, and foul. Snowballs and 1 strike. Reichs gets the target from Emily Sickles, and the 0-1 drops in low, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Cadets got 1 ball out of the infield, but the Vikes a little generous in the top of the first inning, so a 4 spot for the Cadets in that frame. Pitch in there for a strike, and it's 1-2 now on Riley Monteith. Cadets will have 4 games the next 2 days. They'll be playing in the West Delaware tournament. The 1-2 delivery just missed the outside edge. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ray Armel, the home plate umpire. Bob Bergman working the base pass tonight. 2-2 the count on Riley Monteith. Nobody out here in the bottom of the first inning. 2-2 ground ball towards third, fielded on 2 hops by Thomas. She'll throw across the diamond to retire Monteith, and Nimrod moves up to second on the plate.
The Vikings, number 20.
And that'll bring up Tori Miller. Miller 3 for 14 on the season, but 2 of her hits have been doubles, and she has 4 RBI. Right-hand hitter against the left-hander Reichs. The first offering is a ground ball towards third, fielded there by Thomas. Throws on to first base for the out. Nimrod tries to move up to third, and she'll get it there ahead of the return throw from Megan Ryan. And there's 2 down in the inning for Lauren Eggert.
Number 12, the catcher, Lauren Eggert.
4-0 Cadets, bottom of the first. Lauren Eggert batting .258 on the season. 3 doubles, no triples, no home runs, and 1 RBI. Eggert in from the right-hand side against the left-hander Reichs, and Reichs throws a fastball high and tight. 1 ball, no strikes. Reichs ready in the 1-0 offering. Riser high. 2 balls, no strikes to count. Nimrod drew a leadoff walk. 2 ground outs has gotten her to third. The pitch hammered towards left center field, and a base hit. Nimrod will score on a 2-out RBI single by Lauren Eggert. RBI number 2 on the season for her, and it's a 4-1 ball game.
Up next for the Vikings,
So the leadoff walk comes back to haunt the Cadets. And Ambria Pipo, an 8th grader, will run for Eggert at first base. And Haley Neerling will be the batter. Runner at first and 2 down. Neerling swings and misses over the top of an off-speed pitch. No balls, 1 strike. Neerling 364, 4 doubles, no triples, 1 home run, and 6 RBIs. Her home run came against the Cadets. 0-1 delivery, grounded towards first. It gets by Megan Ryan and into right field for a base hit. People moving up to third, and she will get there ahead of the throw. So the Vikes still in business here in the bottom of the first inning. They gave up a 4 spot in the top half of the first inning, but Lizzie Hartman will represent the tying run. I know it's too early in the ball game to really talk in those terms, but a good response here for Decorah in the bottom half of the inning. Lizzie Hartman bats from the right-hand side, looks at a strike from Reichs, 0-1. 200 for Hartman, 2 doubles, no triples, 1 home run, 4 RBI. Pitch in there for a strike again, it's 0-2. In the last home game for Decorah, Hartman had her home run against walk-on. 0-2 delivery, swung on, hit towards left, fielded at short there by Lenhart, throw to first base, and on a bang-bang play, Hartman is retired. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, 2 runners left on base. We head to the second inning. It's 4-1 lead for Crestwood. Well, definitely wasn't a boring first inning. 4 runs for Crestwood in the top half of the frame, and a 2-out RBI single by Lauren Eggert in the bottom half of the frame. And it's a 4-1 lead for Cresco.
Number 30, the right fielder, Bailey Bulk.
The Cadets will send Bailey Bulk to the plate to start things here in the top of the second inning. Bulk, 410, 3 doubles, no triples, 2 home runs, 4 RBI. She had 1 of her home runs against Decorah as Hartman throws the first pitch inside. 1 ball, no strikes. 4 runs on 2 hits, 3 errors in the inning for Decorah. In the top half of the frame, Vikes got 2 hits and left 2 runners on. Pitch swung on and missed. It is 1 ball, 1 strike on Bulk. Next one low, 2 balls and 1 strike now. Postseason pairings expected to be released sometime next week by the Girls Athletic Union. Here's a foul ball towards third. Angling over is Haley Neerling. She will make the catch to retire Bulk. 1 down here in the inning as she made the catch in the third base coaching box, which was vacated when the ball was in the air by head coach Doug Sickles. Katie Chapman will be the batter, walked and scored in the first inning. Chapman 4 for 8 against Decorah pitching this year with a double and an RBI. Pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. And the first doubleheader on June the 1st, the top of the order, which is the same top 3 in the order tonight, as Chapman fouls one back. Eggert's going to take a peek, but lands out of play, and it's 0-2. The top of the order that night were a combined 13 for 22 with 8 RBI. And all 3 of them scored runs in the top half of the first inning. 0-2 from Hartman, ground ball towards second underneath the glove of Alex Abel and into right center field. So Chapman will reach on the 4th error of the game for Decorah.
Cadets, number 27, the catcher, Emily Sickles.
Runner at first, 1 down. Emily Sickles, the batter. She got an infield hit, scored a run in the inning. Previous to this one. We're in the second inning of a 4-1 Crestwood lead. Pitch swung on and missed on what looked like a drop ball from Hartman, 0-1. One delivery, swinging a pop-up, first base side, foul territory. Tori Miller coming over, makes the catch about halfway between home plate and first base, just to the foul territory side of the line, and that's the second out of the inning. And Lakin Lenhart will be the batter. Reached on an error and scored in the first. 0 for 1 officially. Hartman starts her with the strike at the knees. No balls and 1 strike. Hartman ready, 0-1 offering. 1 hopped in there to Eggert. Nice stop by Lauren to prevent that one from going any further. 1 ball, 1 strike count. 1-1 delivery high. 2 balls and 1 strike count. The 2-1 hammered towards left center field, and that'll be a base hit. Leuenberger cut it off before it hit the alley. So Lenhart gets a single to left, so runners at first and second. With 2 down in the inning, and Lauren Reichs will try to help her own cause. One of the 4 runs for the Cadets in the top half of the first inning came home with 2 outs. Reichs reached on a catcher's interference in the first inning. First pitch out of the zone, 1 ball, no strikes. Can't remember the last time I saw one of those in softball as the pitch goes high. 2 balls and no strikes. It ended up being a ground ball to short, but in a situation like that, it's always a delayed dead ball as compared to being called immediately. Pitch low and away. 3 balls, no strikes to count on Reichs. First and second, 2 down, top of the second inning of a 4-1 lead for the Cadets as the pitch well outside, ball 4.
Up next for the Cadets, number 21.
So Reichs draws the base on ball, second walk for Hartman. 2 down in the inning, and Kaylee Henry will be the batter. She was a strikeout victim in the first, 0 for 1. This is Vikings Radio, 1240 KDEC Decorah and KDECradio.com. Pitch in there for a strike, 0-1 to Kaylee Henry. Northeast Iowa Conference softball tonight. The Crestwood Cadets leading the Decorah Vikings 4-1 here in the top of the second. 0-1 drops in low, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Chapman at third, Lenhart at second. And Reichs is courtesy runner at first. Pitch in there for a strike, and it's 1-2 now. One-two blooped towards third over the head of Neerling, but it lands in foul territory, so the count will stay put at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Hartman trying to get a goose egg here in the second. Pitch swung on, foul back. So we'll do it again. At 1-2, Kelsey Bernicle is the runner at first base. Pitch taken for strike 3, off speed, offering outside edge. And Henry is rung up. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 1 walk, 3 left. 1.5 complete. Cadets up 4-1. Bottom third of the order for Decorah here in the bottom of the second inning. Alex Abel will start things. Right-hand hitter against the left-hander Reichs, and she hits it well, but right at third, and Kaylee Thomas lunges up and makes the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the second inning. 1 down, nobody on for Lexi Leuenberger. Reichs' first offering to Lexi is actually a strike, 0-1.
Vikings number 1, center fielder, Lexi Leuenberger.
Leuenberger on the season. 5 for 33, 152. Ground ball towards third and fouled. Fielded there by Coach Randy Iverson. The ground ball fielding was good, but he one-hopped the throw to the mound. That left arm isn't what it used to be. Pitch goes high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Of course, back in the day, it was pretty darn good. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. The 1-2 delivery changeup swung on and missed. And Sickles will apply the tag for good measure. And there's 2 down here in the second inning.
Up next for the
2 down for Natalie Heffern. 4-1 Crestwood here in the bottom half of the second inning. Heffern 1 for 10 thus far. Right-hand hitter again against the left-hander Reichs. And the pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Reichs ready. And the pitch. A strike again, and it's 0-2. The pitch, swing and a miss, and a good morning, good afternoon, and good night to Heffern. And the Vikes go quietly here in the second inning. 3 up, 3 down. 2 complete. 4-1 Crestwood. A 4-1 lead for Crestwood as we go to the third inning. 3 hits for the Cadets, 2 hits for Decorah, and 4 errors for Decorah thus far, none for the Cadets. Cadets ranked number 12 in the most recent Class 3A rankings that came out last week. New rankings will probably come out tomorrow, I'm guessing. Kaylee Thomas sacrificed a runner-up and got an RBI in the first, and she swings and misses at the first one. No balls and 1 strike. It's been 1 inning that has done the Vikings in a few of their games this year, including last night. Roller towards second base through the legs of Alex Abel and into right field for a base hit. Kaylee Thomas reaches on what will be the 5th error, actually, of the night for Decorah. That one goes right through the wickets of Alex out at second. Megan Ryan will bunt. Does so up the third base side. Fielded in fair territory by Neerling and throws on to first base with Alex Abel covering. The sacrifice is good, 5-4. So Thomas moves up to second, and the Cadet designated player, Beth Kashatka, will be the batter. She struck out swinging to end the first, 0 for 1. 4-1 Crestwood here in the top of the third as Kashatka swings and fouls the first pitch off. No balls and 1 strike. Again, Decorah will have a rainout makeup at Charles City tomorrow night. The 0-1 delivery. 1 hopper right back to Hartman. She'll throw on to first base and Tori Miller to get the out with Thomas moving up to third on the play. 2 down. Runner at third. Bailey Bulk will be the batter. Fouled out to third in the second, 0 for 1. And the first offering swung on and grounded foul past Coach Sickles in the third base box. No balls and 1 strike. After the Waverly tournament on Saturday, Decorah will be off until Tuesday night. That is when they will make up the game down at Turkey Valley, which was rained out on Tuesday night. Doubleheader at walk-on on Wednesday night. And here's a roller out into right field. Picking it up is Nimrod. Throwing to first base late is Nimrod. Bulk will get an RBI single as Thomas will score the 5th run of the game for the Cadets. And it is a 5-1 ball game. Good effort by Katie Nimrod. Coming up throwing, of course, in this sport, those rollers out into right field often become 9-3 groundouts, and that one was a trifle away from doing so. Swing and a miss from Chapman, 0-1. Chapman will look at a strike, and it's 0-2. Runner at first, 2 down, 1 in here in the third inning. The Cadets leading 5 runs, 0 earned runs thus far. As the pitch goes low, runner will go. Eggert will pick it up and eat it. So up to second base will go Bulk. And there's a 1-2 count on Chapman, who's walked and scored in the first, reached on an error in the second. 1-2 delivery, ground ball towards the left side, picked up there by Monteith. The throw is high, but Tori Miller caught it and went down on the orange side of the bag instead of the white side of the bag on the safety base. Another error for Decorah will put runners at first and third with 2 down, and Emily Sickles will get a chance. 6 errors in 3 innings for the Vikings. Credit the Cadets for putting it in play. As the pitch goes low, the runner will go at first. Chapman will take second uncontested. 1 ball, no strikes, the count on Sickles. An infield hit and a run scored in the first inning. And she fouled the first in the second. Pitch ground ball up the middle and through for a base hit. Bulk will score. Chapman coming to the plate. The throw from Leuenberger is late as the throw goes through. Sickles will move up to second base. 3 runs with 2 outs here in the third inning, and the Cadets are up by a 7-1 margin. Emily Sickles now 2 for 3, and she has 6 RBI against Decorah this year, and she has 10 on the season. 7-1 Cadets here in the top half of the third. Lauren Lake and Lenhard will try to keep it going. Swings the first one, grounds one towards short. Monteith will pick it up. This time it's a good throw over to first base to retire her competing shortstop. But the Cadets score 3 runs on 2 hits, helped out again by 2 Decorah errors and 1 runner left. We head to the bottom half of the third inning. It's 7-1 Crestwood.
Number 3, the right fielder, Katie Nimrod.
Top of the order for Decorah here in the bottom half of the third inning. Cadets leading 7-1. Katie Nimrod walked and scored Decorah's lone run back in the first inning, and she'll look the first pitch outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Lauren Eggert had a 2-out RBI single in the first. That's the lone run that Decorah has scored. Pitch swung on and missed. It's 1-1. Cadets score 4 with the help of 3 Decorah errors in the first inning. Cadets score 3 with the help of 2 Decorah errors in the third inning as Nimrod bloops one towards short, and Lenhart there to make the play. And there's 1 down here in the third inning. 1 down, nobody on, and the batter is Riley Monteith, who grounded to third her first time up 0 for 1. Pitch swung on and missed by Monteith. No balls and 1 strike. Rakes has given up 2 runs in 11 1/3 innings against Decorah this year. The pitch goes high. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. 1-1. Just missed inside according to the keen eyes of Ray Armel. 2 balls and 1 strike to count. Reich's ready, and the 2-1. Reiser swung on and fouled back. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes to count now. Two and 2 with 1 down. Reichs has set down 5 in a row since a Nearling infield hit in the first. Here's a pop up towards short. Lenhart is under it, and she will make the catch to retire the side.
Up next for the Vikings, number 26, the first baseman.
Or, I'm sorry, that's only the second out of the inning. And I can't even make the hands and toes and fingers joke on that one. Norwegian math usually doesn't do you any good. 2 down in the inning, and the batter is Tori Miller. She hits one towards third and foul. No balls and 1 strike. Coach Iverson made the play that time and didn't one-hop the throw back to the circle. So progress from the first inning there from Mr. I. No balls and 1 strike, and here's a high and tight pitch that hits Miller. Got her near the left elbow. So Tori ends the string of 6 in a row retired by Lauren Reichs. And the batter will be Lauren Eggert. Eggert single to left to knock in a run in the first. Her second RBI. And the pitch in there for a strike. 0-1. 0-1 delivery. Ground ball to the right side. Picked up at second by Michaela Wilchin. She'll throw on to first base to retire Eggert and the Vikings here in the third inning. And you can trust me, that's the third out of this frame. A hit batter and 1 left. 3 done. 7-1 Cadets. We will have a baseball softball doubleheader on the air tomorrow on AM 1240 KDC and at KDCRadio.com. The Decorah Viking baseball game, which was scheduled to be at Charles City tomorrow night, will actually be played at Riceville. Sportsman's Park over in Charles City, where the baseball team plays. There's basically a swamp on the outfield side of that field. If they get about a half an inch of rain, the baseball field is usually underwater, at least the outfield part of it, and Charles City had a couple of inches of rain earlier this week, and the field is not in playable condition yet. So Decorah will actually play Charles City at Riceville at 1 o'clock tomorrow. That is when the varsity game will start. You can hear it on AM 1240 KDC and KDCRadio.com. Then I'll make my way down to Charles City as Decorah will take on Charles City in softball. And we'll have that for you at 7:15, again on KDC and at KDCRadio.com. Lauren Reichs fouls the first pitch off, 0-1. Reichs no official at bat yet. She reached on a catcher's interference in the first and walked in the second. A 7-1 lead for Crestwood as we start the fourth inning. As the pitch goes high, it's 1 ball, 1 strike on Lauren Reichs. 4 runs in the first for Crestwood and 3 runs in the third inning. They've been putting the ball in play, and they deserve the credit for that, but Decorah has helped them out a lot with 6 errors in the first 3 innings. 2-1 is the count now on Reichs, and she'll get ahead of the off-speed offering from Hartman, swinging and missing, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. 2-2 the count, nobody on, nobody out here in the inning. The 2-2 delivery swung on, popped up, foul territory, first base side, and a running grab is made by Tori Miller, who hustled in front of the Cadet dugout and made the catch, 1 down here in the inning. And Kaylee Henry will be the batter. Struck out twice, once swinging in the first, once looking in the second. She swings the first one, flies one towards left field. Angling over is Leuenberger and Heffern, and Leuenberger overran it, and it's going to end up in a double by Henry. Leuenberger was under it. Heffern was there as well. It appeared that Heffern yielded to Leuenberger at the last instant, and Leuenberger, despite saying she had it, unfortunately didn't for Decorah. As Kaylee Thomas swings the first one and misses, 0-1. Thomas sacrificed bunt and an RBI in the first, reached on an error and scored in the third inning. 0-1 delivery, swinging a foul, right side and out of play, so it's no balls and 2 strikes the count on Kaylee Thomas. The lead 7-1 for Crestwood. The pitch, swinging a pop-up, foul, right side out of play. So we'll do it again. And the pitch goes low, and it gets by Lauren Eggert back to the backstop. So on the wild pitch, Henry will move up to third on the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. 1-2 delivery from Hartman. Rolled towards right and a base hit. Nimrod actually came up throwing, and the throw was late. Now Nimrod's throw gets away, and moving up to second base on the play is Kaylee Thomas. So Thomas gets an RBI, and on a throwing error, she will take second base. It's now an 8-1 lead for the Cadets, and now Coach Iverson will come out and meet with the troops in the pitching circle. The infield and battery will be a part of the conversation. That run that was scored is the first earned run that Hartman gave up tonight. And really, you can argue that it really wasn't her fault because the double by Henry was a fly ball that should have been caught. Give teams 5 and 6 outs an inning. It's usually not going to result in a lot of success. Megan Ryan stands in from the right-hand side of the plate, and the pitch swung on and missed. It's 0-1. But credit the Cadets, they're putting it in play. Ryan, an RBI single in the first inning, sacrificed a runner up in the third. Runner at second, 1 down, 8-1 Cadets. Here in the top of the fourth inning, the pitch goes low. It is 1 ball, 1 strike. One and 1 the count. And the pitch swung on and missed. Again, what appeared to be a drop ball from Hartman. 1-2 the count. The 1-2 delivery just missed the outside edge. It's 2-2 now. 8-1 Cadets. They've scored in every inning except the second. And the 2-2 delivery. That one goes low, and it gets by Eggert. Moving up to third base on the play will be Thomas. And the 3-2 out of the zone, ball 4. Third walk for Hartman. Thomas at third. Ryan at first and Beth Kashatka, in fact, the only player that hasn't been on base in the Crestwood lineup, will stand in. She'll swing and nub one towards third, picked up there by Neerling. The throw on to first base retires Kashatka, and Thomas stayed put at third on the play. Thomas had the play directly in front of her and decided not to risk it. Second and third with 2 down in the inning, and the batter is Bailey Balk. First one low, 1 ball, no strikes. Balk fouled to third in the second and singled and scored in the third. Pitch goes high. 2 balls, no strikes from Lizzie Hartman. Two-0 delivery. Smacked into left field. It'll land in front of Heffern for a base hit. 1 run is in. The second runner will be stopped at third, and she was off the bag and slipped, and as she tried to dive back to the bag, Eggert throws to Neerling to retire Meg Ryan. And that will be that here in the 4th inning. So an RBI single for Balk. So 2-run score on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. We are halfway home in this Northeast Iowa Conference softball game. It's the Cadets leading the Vikings 9-1. On an 0-1 pitch, Haley Neerling beats out an infield single that she hit towards short. A runner at first, nobody out. Lizzie Hartman will be the batter. Grounded to short her first time up. First one high and tight from Reichs. It is 1 ball and no strikes. 1-0. Change-up missed outside. And it is 2 balls, no strikes on Lizzie Hartman. Alex Sable will follow here in the 4th. Vikes with a lot of work to do. They trail at 9-1. Ground ball, left field, diving stop by Lenhart, but that's all she'll be able to do with it. As Hartman, who hit the ball that way and was retired by Lenhart on a bang-bang play back in the first inning. And now Lizzie will get lifted for a courtesy runner, and it will be Caitlin Walter. Alex Habel will be the batter. First pitch out of the zone, 1 ball, no strikes. Habel lined out to third in the second inning, 0 for 1. 1-0 delivery up again, and it's 2 balls, no strikes now. 9-1 Crestwood here in the bottom of the 4th inning. The pitch, swing and a miss, and it is 2-1. 2-1, swung on, popped up on the infield. Infield fly rule is called. Lakin Lenhart at short will make the catch. 1 down here in the inning.
Hang on a second. Up next for the Vikings.
1 down, runners at first and second, and the batter is Lexi Leuenberger. Leuenberger struck out swinging in the second inning, 0 for 1. The pitch, ground ball towards short, fielded at short by Lenhart. She will tag the runner going to third and force the runner at second base. That's a heck of a play, as Neerling tagged out for the second out of the inning, and Walter forced out at second for the third out of the inning. Very good play by Lakin Lenhart, the 8th grade shortstop. 1 hit, nobody left. We head to the 5th. It is a 9-1 lead for Crestwood. No balls, 1 strike to count on Katie Chapman, the leadoff hitter for the Cadets. Next pitch high, 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Chapman batting for the 4th time to start the top of the 5th inning. Cadets leading 9-1. Pitch goes low. It's 2 balls, 1 strike. Only 2 of the 9 runs have been earned against Lizzie Hartman. It's not like the Cadets haven't hit the ball, though. They do have 8 hits against them, as that one smacked into left and a base hit. So Chapman on for the fourth consecutive time. She had previously walked in the first, reached on an error in the second and the third, and singled to left in the fifth. Runner at first, nobody out. Emily Sickles, the batter. 9-1 Cadets here in the fifth inning. Sickles singled and scored in the first, fouled to first in the second, and had a 2-run single in the third. Sickles swings and fouls the first pitch off. No balls and 1 strike. Oh, 1 delivery. Squaring the bunt with Sickles, but she'll pull it back and take the riser high. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Cadets looking to get back on the winning track after losing 4-0 last night as Sickles hits one well into center field. Retreating is Lexi Leuenberger. It's over her head and rolls towards the fence. Sickles will be at second with a double, and now Monteith is going to chase her towards third. She'll throw to the plate, and Eggert will throw to third. That throw is wild. Chapman will head to the plate and score. Sickles back to second base. It is a 10-1 lead for the Cadets. The Chinese fire drill works out for Crestwood. Basically, Sickles almost ran Chapman off as she rounded second and headed to third base. As Monteith was chasing her to third, Chapman broke to the plate. The throw went to the plate. Eggert threw it towards third, but it one-hopped and got by Haley Neerling. So an error will get Chapman home, and Sickles will not get an RBI. First pitch out of the zone to Lakin Lenhart. 1 ball, no strikes. She reached on an error and scored in the first, single to left in the second, and grounded to short in the third. 10-1 Cadets here in the fifth. The 1-0 is low. And now the ball gets away from Eggert momentarily. Sickles gets a good lead and will move to third base ahead of the throw from Lauren Eggert. So it's 2 balls, no strikes to count on Lakin Lenhard. And the 2-0 delivery in there for a strike. It's 2-1. Cadets have scored in every inning except the second. But only 2 of the 10 runs have been earned. One hopper right back to Hartman, looks the runner back at first or at third, and throws on to first for the first out here in the fifth. One down and a runner at third, and Lauren Reichs will be the batter. Reichs reached on a catcher's interference in the first. Her courtesy runner scored, walked in the second, and fouled to first in the fourth. Reichs swings and misses at the first one from Hartman. No balls and 1 strike. Seven errors on the night for Decorah. Pitch a strike. And it's 0-2 on Lauren Reichs. Hartman with the 0-2. Swinging a blooper out in the left center field. It'll land in front of Heffern for a base hit. Sickles will score on the RBI single for Reichs. And now the Cadets have a 10-run lead. It's 11-1, so that means the Cadets, or rather the Vikings, will have to score at least 1 in the bottom half of this frame to keep this game going. Kaylee Henry will be the batter, struck out swinging in the first inning, looking in the second inning, and doubled and scored in the fourth as she hammers one to left field and deep. That ball is gone. Kaylee Henry with a home run, and it is now a 13-1 advantage for the Cadets. Henry hits her first home run of the season. The Cadets hit their 6th home run of the season. So 3 times in 3 games, the Cadets have scored double-digit runs against Decorah. And a little bit of an issue with the fence out in left center field. Maintenance crew is on it. Coach Iverson has it fixed. See, Tom Shepard was out there helping out as well.
Up next for the cadets,
And
number
the
25,
new fence has been constructed in foul territory on the third base side. So it's now a 13-1 lead for the Cadets. 3 of the 4 runs in this frame have been earned. Kaylee Thomas, sacrifice RBI in the first. Reached on an error and scored in the third, and Singleton scored in the fourth. The pitch goes high. It's 1 ball, no strikes. And we can make an issue of the Decorah defense, and it definitely has been an issue with 7 errors thus far. As the pitch goes high, it's 1 ball, no strikes. Probably, to be fair, you got to credit the Crestwood offense. They do have 12 hits against Lizzie Hartman. The pitch goes low. It's 3 balls, no strikes to count. Three and 0, and Hartman ready. The pitch swung on and missed. This is the 5th time this year the Cadets have scored double-digit runs. 3rd time against Decorah. Pitch swung on and missed. It's 3-2 now on Thomas. 1 out in the inning, base is empty. After the Henry home run a few moments ago. 3-2 delivery low for ball 4.
Up next for the cadets, number 18, the first baseman, Megan Ryan.
When it comes to walks, that's the 4th of the night for Hartman. Runner at first, 1 down, and Megan Ryan the batter. Ryan swings and fouls the first pitch. Straight back and out of play. No balls and 1 strike. Ryan, an RBI single to left in the first inning. Sacrificed a runner up in the 3rd and walked in the 4th. The pitch, swinging a foul at the plate, so it's no balls, 2 strikes now on Ryan. Cadets got 4 runs in the first inning and have never looked back. Likes their lone tally in the bottom of the first inning. The 0-2 delivery taken on the outside edge for strike 3. So Ryan down on strikes, 2 down in the inning.
Number 17, the designated player, Beth Kashatka.
And the batter is Beth Kashatka. Struck out swinging in the first. Grounded to the pitcher in the 3rd. Grounded to 3rd in the 4th. She is the only player in the Cadet lineup yet to reach base. Pitch swung on and fouled back, and it's now no balls and 2 strikes on Kashatka. Decorah will need at least 3 runs in the bottom half of the 5th inning to keep this game going. It's 13-1 Cadets. The 0-2 delivery drops in low, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Hartman ready in the 1-2 delivery. Swinging a pop-up foul, first base side and out of play. So we'll do it again. At 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ground ball towards second, and Alex Abel bobbles it momentarily, and the throw to first base is wild. Up to 3rd will go Thomas. And reaching on the error will be Beth Kashatka.
Up next for the Cadets, number 30, the right fielder, Bailey Volk.
8th error on the night for Decorah. 1st and 3rd with 2 down, and the batter will be Bailey Bulk. Bulk fouled to 3rd in the 2nd. Single and scored in the 3rd, and had an RBI single in the 4th. First pitch low, 1 ball, no strikes. It's been all Cadets, 13-1 as that one rolled towards short, and it gets by Riley Monteith and into shallow left center field for a base hit. So Bulk now 3 for 4 on the night.
Up next for the Cadets, number
Kashatka up to second as Thomas scores to make it a 14-1 ball game. And Katie Chapman batting for the 5th time in as many frames. Chapman looks at the first pitch low, 1 ball, no strikes. Chapman walked and scored in the first. Reached on an error in the second, reached on an error and scored in the third, and singled and scored in the 5th. 1-0 delivery is low. It is 2 balls and no strikes. Two-0, low, 3 balls, no strikes to count. Three-0 in there for a strike. Chapman, the 10th batter to come to the plate this inning. The runner at second is Kashatka. The runner at first is Balk. 3-1 high, ball 4. Bases loaded, 2 down.
Up next for Cadets, number 27, the catcher, Emily Sickles.
And Emily Sickles will be the batter. Singled and scored in the first, fouled to first in the second, 2-run single in the third, and doubled and scored earlier this frame. The pitch by Sickles swung out, fly ball right center field. After it is Lundberger, and she'll make a running grab in right center to retire the side. But the Cadets end up scoring 5 on 5 hits, helped out by 2 Decorah errors and 3 runners left. Decorah needs now 4 to keep this game going. They trail at 14-1 going to the bottom of the 5th.
Starting off the inning for the Vikings, number 6.
Vikes need 4 to keep this thing going. They trail it by a 14-1 margin. It's been all Cadets tonight. Cadets with 13 hits and Decorah with only 3. Jessica McGee is now playing first base for the Cadets. As the best PA announcer in Northeast Iowa Conference softball, Trish Hartman just tells me. As the pitch goes outside to Natalie Heffern. 1 ball, no strikes. Heffern 0 for 1. Here's ground ball up the middle, past to diving Lenhart and into center field for a base hit. So Heffern gets the 4th hit of the night for Decorah.
Up next for the Vikings, number 20.
Runner at first, nobody out for Katie Nimrod. 14-1 Crestwood here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Nimrod walked and scored in the first inning, popped to short in the 3rd. First pitch to Katie in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Reichs has given up 2 runs against Decorah in 13 1/3 innings as Nimrod flies one towards center field. Katie Chapman is there. She'll make a 2-handed snag in medium depth center, and there's 1 away here in the 5th inning. Nimrod had previously walked and scored in the first and popped to short in the 3rd. Riley Monteith, a ground out to 3rd in the first and a pop out to short in the 3rd, 0 for 2. Riley looks at a strike from Reichs. Reichs trying to pick up her 7th win of the season, or correction, her 8th win of the season. Pitch swung on and missed, and it's 0-2 on Riley Monteith. Oh, and 2 the count. The pitch swung on and missed. Reichs gets the strikeout. That's her 3rd of the evening. And the Vikes will try to stay alive with Tori Miller. Miller grounded to 3rd in the first and hit by a pitch in the 3rd. Reichs ready. First pitch. Outside. 1 ball, no strikes. All Cadets tonight, they lead it 14-1. Pitch swung on and a ground ball foul. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 on Tori Miller, getting an opportunity to play first base tonight. Played third base in the JV game tonight. The 1-1 delivery is outside corner for a strike, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes now. One and 2 the count. And the 1-2 delivery sails high for 2-2 now. Reich's trying to seal the victory, which would be the 12th of the season for the Cadets. And their 7th conference win. Roller towards the right side, picked up at second by Wilchin. Underhand toss to first, and that's the ball game. Cadets beat Decorah in 5 innings, 14-1, 14 runs, 13 hits, no errors, and 9 left for Crestwood. 1 run, 4 hits, 8 errors, and 4 left for Decorah. Lauren Reich's the winning pitcher, 8-4. Lizzie Hartman, the losing pitcher. She is now 3-8 on the season. So the Cadets improved to 12-4 overall, 7-4 in conference play. Decorah drops to 3-10 overall and 1-7 in conference play. Many people to thank for making the broadcast possible. First and foremost, our advertisers, good sports-minded people who helped us bring the game wherever you were tonight. Without their help, this coverage would not be possible. So as always, we encourage you to support the businesses who support local high school sports. And lastly, and most importantly, we thank you. That's right, you, the listener, for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast, if not the outcome. Cadets win it in 5, 14-1. We'll be with you for a baseball, softball doubleheader tomorrow. We'll be going over to Riceville tomorrow afternoon. Decorah will play Charles City in baseball at Riceville at 1 o'clock. We'll have that for you on AM 1240 KDEC and at KDECradio.com. Tomorrow night, then, we'll go over to Charles City, have Decorah softball against Charles City. 7:15 will be the start time for that one. So for the moral support of Trish Hartman, I'm Darren Swenson saying so long from the Decorah Softball Diamond. Cadets win it 14-1. Thanks a bunch for tuning in. We'll talk to you again tomorrow.